Hey guys, this is Jordan with Hardy House Games. I wanted to take a little bit of time today to kind of discuss the question, why do so many people hate Monopoly? And I should point out that I kind of am one of those people depending on the time of day. And I think it kind of goes without saying that most people tend to get frustrated with Monopoly because of how the dice roll. Maybe they roll a number, they land on an opponent, and all of their money goes to that opponent in one turn. Or, such as is common to most games of Monopoly, once you're starting to lose, you know you're starting to lose, and you still have to play it out for like another hour as you slowly watch yourself lose. And I think this is indicative of kind of an oversight in the game design of Monopoly. One thing that board games commonly do is include something that is called a negative feedback loop. A negative feedback loop, simply defined, is the better you're doing in the game, the harder it is to succeed. A good example of this can be found in Power Grid. The stronger you are in Power Grid, the weaker your next rounds become. Monopoly does not have this negative feedback loop. On the contrary, it has a positive feedback loop, which admittedly can be really fun if used in the right context. But what I mean by a positive feedback loop is the better you're doing in the game, the easier it becomes to have future success. And if we're talking about positive feedback, the worse you're doing in the game, the harder it becomes to succeed. And I think people watching their game hemorrhage in this manner in Monopoly can be a pretty disheartening experience. One of my biggest qualms with Monopoly is that it's such a popular game. There are many people that really only have exposure to a few board games, and Monopoly is one of them. And so when these people get frustrated with Monopoly, I think that sometimes there's a tendency to just dismiss board games as a whole. And so I think that these games unintentionally kind of act as a gatekeeper, preventing people from getting into an otherwise fantastic hobby. And who knows, maybe there's a little hipster in me that just doesn't like Monopoly because it's so popular. I don't know. Whatever the case is, all of my friends on Board Game Geek tend to agree with me because Monopoly is ranked pretty darn low. With that said, I do understand there are tons of strategies. In fact, I've made a strategy video. You can check out the link right here. And there is a surprising amount of depth to Monopoly that can make it a pretty fun game. The problem for me, though, is given a choice, it's almost never going to be the first game I pull out of the cabinet. So, I don't know. I mean, if you love Monopoly, more power to you. I think that there are a lot of things to love about the game. Those are just some of my thoughts as to why so many people don't like this game. By the way, did you know we, Hardy House Games, are creating a board game of our own? It's an engine-building property game with a secret identity element mixed in. You can sign up for our newsletter using the link in the description or right here on the screen, and we'll give you updates on this project and others. We would be so grateful for your support.